Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we are looking at a new mod on the workshop that is based around magnets, electromagnets. So we're actually going to be able to attract and repel things using this logic-looking block here. Here, let's actually put a platform down so we can... Wait, what is going on with the ground here? Stop that. There we go. So we got this logic-looking block here. And I actually haven't really played with this at all, so you're going to see the first reactions to how this thing works. So there's a couple of different experiments that I want to try. I want to see how strong they are. Apparently, there's a couple different ways to use them. You can either hook up switches to them, or you can hook up engines to them. And now with a switch, apparently it's just full strength. But with an engine, apparently this adjusts the strength. So wait, then do you need to attach a switch to the engine and then turn the engine? Oh, okay, there we go. So we're going to test the strength of them, and then after we test how they work, we're going to try to implement them in a couple of different ways. I'm thinking one of the ways I want to do is put a giant magnet on front of a vehicle and have it push another object and just push an object around with a vehicle. And another thing, I'm going to attach one on kind of like a crane or like a winch, like on one of my vehicles, and have it hanging down below and see if we can actually pick up an object with a flying vehicle. So we got that coming up after these tests. So let's build a couple of workstations here. So there's a couple of different modes. This is just magnet. Then you have N, which I'm assuming stands for north, and S, which I'm assuming stands for south. So you have like the north and south poles. So that way, if you have like an S and then an N, these should attract each other. And if you have an S and an S, they should repel each other. But then I'm not sure if this is just all around attraction. And I think a good way to experiment is actually using suspension. So what I'm going to do is put suspension on a piston because I'm wondering what the distance is, the distance of effect for these things. And does the effect actually increase or decrease over distance? How realistic are these magnets? All right, so I'm just going to do a quick test of function here. We're going to put magnet against magnet, and I'm just going to, I'm going to have an individual switch for each magnet. And let me actually adjust this one so I can see it. There we go. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is going to be the attraction stage. Yeah, it seems to be pulling it towards it. So now what happens if I change this to north or south? That doesn't seem to make a difference. But if I change this... Okay. So now what's the area of effect then? Wait, what? That is unexpected. So now it's attracted. And then it like instantly repels, but then it comes back and it doesn't seem to have the repelling effect anymore. So then what if I turn it off and then on? All right, what about doing this? This doesn't seem to be having an effect on the suspension. You know what? I might need to put an extra block in between. Hold on a second. All right, let's see if this makes a difference. Does this compress the suspension? What? Even with the suspension on one, the magnets do not compress the suspension, so this is an unexpected result. I wonder if it has anything to do with the piston. All right, let's try this. We'll delete the... All right, so we're going to delete the piston, and we're going to have just the suspension, because maybe the suspension interacts with the piston in a weird way. So I'm going to try it with just suspension and see if this makes a difference. All right. Okay, it's going to be a lot harder to test out these magnets than I thought it was going to be, because since they don't appear to have an effect on the compression of suspension, but they do clearly have an effect. Ready? It just shot it right away. So there is a force happening. It just doesn't seem to translate onto a suspension piece. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to test out the strength of these than I thought. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. We need another piston. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a platform on the piston, and we're going to put a metal block on this piston, like a really heavy metal block. And we're going to have it extend very slowly and push it towards the magnet very gradually. And then we're going to see at what point it starts to have an effect on the metal block. All right, here we go. We have a huge metal block here. Let's hook this switch up to the piston, and then we're going to put... Oh, no. Oh, well, we realized that that's not going to work. Let's go ahead and turn that switch off, please. Thank you. So now I'm just going to put this magnet right in there. And now we're going to see at what point this has an effect. Here we go. Okay, a little bit of an effect. Okay. All right, so this must be somewhat of a limit there. You can see, like, there's a little... What if I change it to south? Is it moving at all? Oh, very, very slightly. You can see the movement here. I'm gonna put my cursor right there. You see that movement? It's like a pixel at a time. So now what I'm gonna do is make this a little bit weaker, or lighter, rather. So that way that the magnet should have a bigger effect. Let's see where they really start to have an effect. All right, I just moved like almost half the weight off of this thing. All right, so now they should attract to each other pretty strongly. Okay. You definitely see it moving, but not as strong as I thought it was going to be. All right, what if I start shaving some parts off of it over here? Maybe these things aren't as strong as I expected. Or maybe I'm playing with them wrong. Why is it moving so slow? All right, let's change the polarity. Ready, and south. Oh, there we go. This is gonna be interesting. I'm wondering how much of a load these things can bear. Oh, I got the perfect test. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put directly below this, I'm gonna put a south polarity magnet. Does that match up? It does. All right, so we're just gonna put it on a very, very light block here. So I should just be able to put it right up. And then if I detach this, that happens. Was not quite what I was planning on. Wait, so what about this? Is this strong enough to reach? Oh, okay. Okay, this is interesting. So I wanted it to be stuck against it, but it just kind of flew away instead. I'm not sure what I'm really not sure what the best method is to get these attached to each other. No, I'm gonna try metal. Let's try metal this time. Just one layer of metal all the way around. All right, and stay attached. This is not exactly what I was expecting. So now my plan is to keep adding weight until it gradually finds like a neutral point, which I'm not sure when that'll happen. I just want to know how much can this thing hold. Oh, look at this. I think we're finding the limit. I'm gonna add one block at a time now. Gonna add them to this side though. Okay. All right, it's leveling out. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna add some in the middle here. It's still holding it. This is a decent amount of weight. So whatever we're gonna pick up with our flying craft is probably gonna have to be really light. Probably just like a giant wooden block. Wow, it's still holding this. Okay. I don't know when to expect it to fall. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so like this is roughly the limit of the attractive properties. All right, so now, oh, I got a fun idea for this one. I'm just going to attach this directly on top of this by welding it. All right, it's not quite balanced, but all I should have to do is power this on, and we're gonna see its propelling power on a block that it could barely hold. Ready, and go. Oh, look at that. We're now levitating a block. I wonder if we can actually do that. Here, how many metal blocks is on this thing? Because now we have the weight. So basically 120 metal blocks. So we can do that. We're just gonna make a perfect square of 120. All right, here we go. So this is 121 metal blocks. So what I'm gonna do is make it so that this is directly over that, and we're gonna see if we can get it to just levitate perfectly even. I'm assuming it's really not gonna work, but this is gonna be a fun experiment either way. So we'll just weld this to there, and I need to delete 1, 2 blocks. All right, and levitate. Oh, it's actually working. We have like a levitating block. All right, so now it should have a little bit more room for levitation. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I kind of want to shave off just a little bit of weight. Here, let's have it rest. I'm just gonna carve out 5 blocks right here. There should be a decent amount of weight. Now let's see if it levitates higher. Whoop. And it just moved off to the side. All right, so now one more experiment is, are more magnets stronger? Does the power stack? So I put all of these on stealth, predicting that we should see it pretty much fly up in the air. All right, so this is 1 magnet against 9 opposing magnets. So if this isn't stronger, this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Okay. It works. It works. So now I'm just gonna make a wall of magnets on the front of a car, and we're just gonna drive around and push things around. We're gonna be very pushy in this episode. All right, I think that's probably enough. What do you think? I'm gonna put them all on a polarity. That way we can control whether or not they're gonna push or pull something by choosing whatever polarity that is. And we're gonna try a couple of runs. We're gonna do a run where we're gonna create a bunch of objects that are the same polarity, so we just push everything out of our way. And then we're gonna do a run where we actually create a bunch of objects with the opposite polarity, so we just start gathering things and just see how this affects the vehicle and the objects in the game. All right, here we go. So we got a couple of metal cubes, I think 6 of them in front of me. We've turned on basically our pushing device here. We're just gonna drive up and see what happens. I was not impressed. It was not impressed at all with what just happened there. Wait, why? Maybe, oh, I guess the range probably just isn't as much. Maybe if I go slower. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. It looks like friction is actually really tough on this. Look at this, though. It's like a force field. Well, it is like actually a force, like a field, magnetic field of force. So yeah, it's a force field. You know what we need to do? I think I see the problem. The problem is these things are made out of metal. They should just be made out of magnetic blocks. That's really what we're doing wrong here. Okay, I think I've made a cube that is on by default, made of entirely north polarity magnets. And this thing I'm hoping will have a much stronger effect. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Look how far away that thing is. Ready? Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. One thing I did not consider. They're gonna also repel each other. So it's gonna be hard to create a field of these magnets when they can't even be next to each other. And it's lagging my game out quite a bit now. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to get rid of some things here. All right, I'm actually not sure how many of these things we can have spawned in with each other. Because just having those two interact with each other just really messed up the frame rate. So let's see how close we can get. Oh, look at that. This is so much more effective. I wish I could just have multiple of them, though. We could create like a whole chain reaction. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, all right, come on. I wish there was an option to, I don't know if there is, but an option to press a button to change the polarity. That would be pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna try to spawn in a second one here. Oh, wow, my frames just got cut by 1/3 by adding 2 of these cubes in here. That is insane. These things are so laggy. Okay, that's unfortunate, but we're gonna try this anyway. There we go. Can we spawn these? Okay, so now I'm gonna try to push this one into this one and see what happens. Just see if we can do this without crashing the game. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna try to get, it's almost like playing Magnet Pool. Oh, how crazy would Magnet Pool be? That'd be like, you couldn't rack the balls. They would all repel away from each other. And if they didn't repel away from each other, then you couldn't break the balls because they would stay attached to each other. Magnet Pool is basically an impossible game, but I wanna see somebody do it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Can we push it into another one? Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. They're gone, and they're lagging out my game. I don't know what to do. All right, I'm gonna save this thing, and we're gonna have to make a new world because our world is just being completely lagged out by all these magnets. All right, here we go. We're in a new world. So the next experiment is attractive magnets. So what I think we're gonna do is, using the magnet block, I'm just gonna build a bunch of them that are just a single magnet block set to be always on. with some logic gates. And we're just gonna scatter these around, and we're gonna drive around with our vehicle, and all of them are probably, as soon as we drive over them, they're just gonna get, like, attached to our front magnet. And we're gonna see, hopefully, how many can we spawn of these without lagging out the game. That's gonna be the true test here. Oh no, they attract each other too. I keep forgetting that the magnets are gonna have an effect on each other. So like, look what happens. It's kind of interesting that even though they attract each other, they get to a velocity where they pass each other and then escape the pull. Oh, oh, oh. Whoop, okay, that's not what I expected. All right, no, let's just leave that one there. I'm wondering how close can I spawn them in? Oh. Okay, we're just making a mess now. I have to spawn these things a lot farther apart. There we go. We're just gonna make a field of these, hopefully without getting them too close to each other. So I'm wondering, is that what's gonna happen when I try to drive over them? Are they gonna come at me so fast that they're just gonna fly away around me? Or are we actually gonna catch them? All right, well, the lag's doing good so far. Wonder how much longer I can keep this up. The tough part is finding more space so that these things aren't actually going to repel each other or attract each other and then repel each other. All right, I think we have a good magnet minefield right here. If I place like a magnet in the wrong position, it could create a chain reaction causing all of these things to probably just go everywhere. All right, here we go. We're hopping in the magnet mobile. We're turning on the magnets and we are ready to just drive through this and see what happens. We should be attracting them. Oh, oh, here they go. Oh, what are they doing? Where are they? I hear them. It's like I'm eating them. I don't see them. They're disappearing. What is going on? Oh, they're in my engine compartment. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now we're not holding on to it. Do we still have any anymore? All right, I'm going to turn my magnets off. Did they disappear? I think we got rid of all of them. I don't see any in my vehicle. What a weird effect. All right, come on. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Oh, wait. I'm not even on yet. Ready? All right. I want to do this again with repelling magnets. So now I'm just going to turn all these to north, and I'm going to spawn a bunch of these in and hope that they don't repel each other too quickly. All right. There we go. This is working. This is working. This will be a lot less laggy, I hope, except I have all those other ones out in the world somewhere. Oh, this one might be too close. Oh, okay. Interesting. They're actually spacing themselves out now. How handy. If I don't spawn them too close, they just kind of naturally space themselves out to where they can tolerate each other's pushiness. That's the technical term for magnet strength, is pushiness. Yeah, see, there we go. Look. It's like, this is the amount of personal space that these magnets need. This is kind of fun. I kind of want to spawn a magnet right in the middle now and just see what happens. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Ready? Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought. I'm going to do one right here now. Oh, look at them all get affected. All right, here we go. I'm going to drive through this now. And they should all like push into each other and then push each other away. This is going to be interesting. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's working. It's working. Check it out. Check it out. It's like I'm parting the Red Sea of magnets. This is really cool. There are so many applications to having switchable magnets. All right, we have to do the main idea now. The main idea is to create a flying vehicle or modify one of my flying vehicles so that I can actually pick something up. And I'm wondering what exactly I'll be able to pick up. I guess it depends on how many magnets. It's not really the strength. It's not really the weight of the object I'm picking up, but the number of magnets I'm attaching to them. Hopefully it's not going to get too laggy because I have all these other magnets out here, but we're just going to ignore that. This was the robber car I made in the Cops and Robbers, and it looks pretty small, pretty lightweight. So we're pretty much gonna make a magnet attachment point. There we go. So now I'm gonna go to my flying vehicle. This one has a lot more up for us. We're gonna have to use this one. All right, there it is. And oh no, did it just lag into it lagged into our vehicle. Down. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, now we're gonna turn this thing on. Okay, so now we are ready to pick that thing up. I hope I have my strengths okay. Like it's not gonna be too strong if we hover over this thing. So we're gonna have two different effects here. I'm gonna be pulled down into it, and it's gonna be pulled up into me. I wonder how it's gonna affect my flying. Let's definitely put some follow cam on here. All right, this is gonna be like unlike anything we've ever done in Scrap Mechanic before. I'm actually really curious how this is gonna go. There we go. It's starting to have an effect. It's pulling me to, oh no. Oh no. This is not the way this was supposed to go. What? What is happening? What was that? Are these not gonna be able to attach to each other? It might be too like glitchy with multiple ones next to each other like this. I'm gonna try to get close. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. All right, that's not working. That is not working. You know what? I'm gonna change this to a single one. Nice and gentle. This seems to be working better. Well, the vehicle seems way too heavy. It's not really like affecting the vehicle at all. This isn't good. We're gonna need a lighter vehicle apparently. All right, can we attach it? What is this? What is going on here? Just connect. Just connect. Well, this is not going to plan. All right, obviously, we're going to need something lighter to pick up. What about just a package? There we go. We're going for a supply pickup. This is what we're going to be doing this time. All right, gentle. Gentle. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. Oh, what? No, it's too volatile. It's just too volatile. Come on. Get it. Connect. What? Okay, hold on. Maybe we have too much. Maybe we just have too many. Here, I have the solution. We're gonna use 4. It's okay. It's okay. It was just, it's okay. No, it's okay. What? Okay, you know what? Maybe we're just gonna do 1 magnet and we're gonna do 1 box. If this isn't stable enough to work, then what are we supposed to use these magnets for? Okay. All right, we're coming down. Coming down for the attachment. Oh. You know what? It would help if I turned my own magnet on. That'd be really, really useful right now. All right, I'm gonna try to do this without actually landing. All right, here we are. On. Oh, it's working. Is it working? What's happening? Where'd it go? Okay, it's right there. It's right there. Come on. Attract it. Beam it up. Beam it up. It just hit one of the other magnets we had laying around. Why are these things so glitchy? All right, come on. Come on. Get it. Get it. I can't see what's happening. All right, it's in the bush. It's in the bush. This is bad. All right, so apparently magnets can't be used very reliably for this purpose, but I have another amazing idea. What if we use magnets to power projectiles? All right, so now that's a loose object in there. So now all I have to do is hook up a switch to these 2 magnets. There we go. And now when I press that button, it should fire this. That's number 5, right? All right, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh! Did you see how far that went? That went really far. I gotta do that again. All right, here we go. I'm gonna aim up higher this time because it was weird. It looked like it shot like out the end, but then like angled straight. So I'm gonna see, does it angle straight again? We're gonna aim up at an angle like this. I'm gonna zoom out so we can see it a little bit better, I hope. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change that to north. All right, 3, 2, 1, fire. This thing does not have the most reliable aim. Well, let me try an experiment then. We're gonna try an experiment here. The projectile is loaded. It should be on north. I am now going to create a barrel for the projectile, but actually I'm going to extend this. I have a feeling it's just going to glitch right through, but we have to try. And we're going to cover it just like that. So we're going to cover it up to here. All right, let's see what happens. Is it going to come out of the end, or is it just going to glitch right through and go in a random direction? I'm thinking random direction, but we'll find out. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, fire. That is so weird. It is powerful. Like, that went across the entire map. I can't even see it anymore. But it went, like, straight out, and then it went, like, horizontal to the ground instead of remaining on that trajectory. So that's an interesting effect. So, this is just a basic first look at the electromagnet mod, just to see what happens and how it works. We're testing it out. Obviously, there's some weird physics going on, which... can you really expect much less out of Scrap Mechanic? And this isn't an official mod from the devs or anything. This is actually a user-made mod by Technologic Nick on the workshop. So if you want to give the mod a try yourself, go ahead and download the mod on the workshop. It's actually really popular on the workshop. You probably already have it if you have Scrap Mechanic. But let me know what ideas you guys have come up with, what kind of things that you're doing with the electromagnets. I would really like the ability to be able to more reliably couple them together and decouple them without it being like ridiculously wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube man going on. But the projectile thing seems to be the most effective by far. Not the most accurate, but at least it goes. It goes. Anyway, I look forward to seeing what your ideas are down in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see me experiment with some more things in the electromagnetics mod. I might also be checking out the aerodynamics mod soon as well. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those future videos. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.